I'm here to finish what I was talking about. I got cut off. My limit was reached on my videos, and so I had to delete them in order to start fresh. So here I am to finish what I was saying. So it's really important that all of us understand that when it comes to dating, and when you're desperate, and you want to have someone by your side, and you want to have a companion because you're lonely, you see people walking down the street with their hands in their hands, their hands together and kissing. You miss that, something you want, something you desire. You don't want to be without that. So you end up desiring a companion over that. I get that, It's good to have someone in your life that you can love, cherish, have good memories, grow old together. Me, I'm already old. So there is no growing old with somebody. You might have a few years to share. You don't know when you're going to die. And me being at 64, yeah, who knows how long I have. But just because you're young doesn't guarantee you're going to be around tomorrow either. There's a lot of people that are dead at the age of 20, at the age of 3, 1. I can go on and on. There's no guarantees how long we live. But one thing's for sure, while we're living, live the best we can. And live it with the person that we want to love and cherish. And to experience those moments of love and concern and affection, right? That's why those websites that live off that, they know that people are desperate. They're lonely. And a lot of these people that don't give a shit about how much money you spend or whether or not you're going to get connected with somebody, they're going to make a lot of recommendations because they're on YouTube to make money. They're not on YouTube to tell you the truth. They're just not there for that. Well, they'll pretend like they're there to do that, but they're not there for that, believe me. And so desperation doesn't mean a validity of reality. It doesn't. What you end up doing is you deceive yourself and you manipulate your own mind to believe something that isn't true about something that it's never going to happen. I mean, it's nice to think that way. It's nice to imagine being with somebody that you desire to be with. It doesn't always happen that way. But I'm sharing this with you because you need to know. Okay? I'm not here for anything other than support. I need your support. I need the community to support me. We need to take this all the way to the White House. We really do. There is an infiltration here that you don't understand. And it's bad. And a lot of people are being hurt. A lot of people from the United States are using these dating sites and they don't even know who they're running into. They don't have a clue as to what's going on. And like I said, the trick is the distance and all that stuff and paying for the meetup and a lot of other things. And there's a lot of Americans that are doing the same thing because they don't have a job, and the economy is going down, and people financially are doing really bad, and they're just trying to find some guy they can use and abuse. It's happening right here in the United States. And like I said, this is a big thing. This is a big learning curve for me because I didn't know all this. I had no idea. And people still trust dating sites. It's crazy. Why? I don't get it. And people on them. I don't trust anybody. Now, everybody is suspect. For real. Don't care if they like that or not. Because they're not going to care when they take your money and leave you with nothing. Better stand up and say something. When you know something's wrong and there's a red flag, you better stand up and say something to that person because they're going to take you for everything you got. They don't care. You know, Google, one of the biggest progenitors of all these dating sites, they sit there and they allow these advertisements. I don't know if you've been on Google for anything like Just Play or whatever, Benjamin, or, one of those apps that pay you pennies for playing their games. And they claim, oh yeah, you can make hundreds of dollars. Good luck. Been there. Played over 90 days. I didn't get nothing. I got pennies. And a lot of ads. See, all the websites are a joke. The only real website that I found was 5 surveys for $5. That's real. That is real. That is not a joke. You do 5 surveys and you complete them, you're getting $5 to your PayPal account. That's real. The only real one I found. I'm sorry. And I made $20 in one day. Yeah, that's the most I made. And that's real. That's not like Benjamin. It takes you weeks, maybe even a month to make $20. You can make it in one day with 5 surveys. But I'm not here to talk about those things. I'm here to talk about some real stuff, man. The thing about the Google advertisements, if Google really had Play Protect on all that stuff like they claim, then why are they advertising all these thousands of dollars for these games, right? That you get with all these ads, right? And they claim that, yeah, you can make thousands of dollars. And they got all these people that advertise and say stuff. It isn't true. None of it. Been there. Went through the whole process. Waited a week. They said my money was coming in a week. That I had to complete certain tasks before my money got there. Did all that. I even topped up money, and Google came after that. Google did. Not somebody else. Google. And they pinged my credit card constantly until they just couldn't get nothing, so they stopped. But it took them months before they did. Google is nefarious.